down the basement, lock the cellar door, and baby, talk bloody to me.
Hi, and welcome to another exciting episode of Talk Bloody to Me. I'm Matt,
And I'm Brezzy
and this week we have a movie that I've never heard of before that Breezy came across. How did you hear about this movie, Breezy?
on Tubi.
Okay, it's called Hell House LLC, and it was on Tubi. There's a lot of good stuff on Tubi. Like we don't say that often enough. We should
No.
we could be like a fan podcast for Tubi, basically, because there's so much crazy, weird horror on there that you don't find anywhere else. But yeah, gee whiz. Anyway, so I think I'm being possessed by the spirits of Hell House, foreshadowing. Uh, but so Hell House LLC, this came out in 2015, and it's got Gore Abrams as Paul O'Keefe and a bunch of other people. I'm not going to say all their names, but there's an Alex, a Tony, a Joey, a Melissa. It's basically four dudes and a girl, and they're going to put on a haunted house, and it all goes crazy.
Yeah.
But
Like,
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's very, very I'm not gonna say it's scary, but it brings me back to like haunted houses like during
Hmm.
Halloween and stuff.
Yeah,
And of course, Warren, like it made it like very believable to make people think that maybe it's a true story and it's actually not a true story.
yeah, for sure. It's like a found footage, kind of almost mockumentary. Like it starts off, it says they're doing like this Hell House incident occurred 5 years ago, where there was a haunted house attraction at, like Halloween time where people paid money to go through it. And while people were inside of it, there was some kind of disaster and there was like a mad panic. People came running out and like 12 people died and like so many people are missing, and then it was all shrouded in mystery and hush hush, and no one would say what actually happened. And the official explanation was that there was an equipment malfunction,
Hmm.
but no one really knew. And then also at one point they say something about a gas leak, but it's, they want this, so this documentary 5 years later is going to get to the bottom of it. They're going to learn the truth about what really happened in the Hell House. And it's really cool because I actually watch a lot of YouTube videos about this kind of stupid thing, like
That you do.
yeah, where it's like, oh, we're exploring this haunted hospital, or oh, we're doing this, or this is the story of this incident, and it really is like it feels like you're watching a YouTube video about an actual incident that really happened with this Hell House thing.
I could like I can see like some of these haunted houses, like some of these haunted houses that, in the state of Minnesota, some
Hmm.
of them are okay, but some of them that I attend to are like really, really good. But I
Hmm.
can see like somebody will get extremely hurt and
Yeah.
killed,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Have you ever been to the haunted house at the state fair?
actually I never heard of like they did a haunted house at the state fair.
Yeah, that one's actually pretty dang good. It's been years since I've gone, but in the past, that one was out, like they had people dressed up in costumes, and they had like chainsaws but without the blade on them, but they were still like
Right.
actual real chainsaws, like and they'd chase you around in there and crap. It was pretty freaky.
Well, I don't really go to the state fair because it's just way too crowded for my forte, but
Oh,
yeah.
that is for sure. Anyway, we're getting off the topic here a little bit, but so yeah, and so then they interview a few people and they show this YouTube video of like the incident from like the first person scene, and you see like as they're waiting in line, and then they're starting to go through, and all of a sudden this guy like in a clown costume goes running by the opposite direction, and they're like, wait, what? That was weird. And then all of a sudden a woman in like a gray t-shirt goes running by and like go, and they're like, is that supposed to happen? Sounds looks like they're having some technical difficulties, and then they get
Right.
to a point where they like go down the stairs into the basement, and you can see just like a mob of people trying to like fight their way back up the stairs, and they're like, turn around, there's no way out, turn around. And then it just turns into like chaos and confusion and like the
Like, what the
smashing
heck
of
is
people.
going on down here? Like, what the heck? Why is people screaming? And yeah,
Yeah, exactly. It's really cool. Like that initial YouTube video that sets it up really well. It actually feels kind of pretty real. I think so.
That's what I was saying. Like, is this like a real like deal? So I looked it up and it's actually not a true story.
Yep.
That's what I was saying. It makes you feel like it's a real story.
Yep, exactly. And so then they're like, there's no leads, and then this woman, the was it Sam? She's the one that was like part of help put on. She brings in this like plastic bag of all these videotapes, and she's like, "Here's everything that happened. We recorded everything when we were setting it up, and you can watch the tapes and judge for yourself." And so then the whole most of the rest of the movie is you're watching those tapes, and it's kind of like almost like a found footage, like
Mm.
Blair Witch, Cloverfield kind of thing, where you follow the story of the characters getting to the old abandoned place, and they talk about how they're going to set it up and that kind of stuff. And it's
There's
the
a
oh
there's actually another one that I really like. It's something similar to it, but Grave
hmm.
Encounters.
Oh, okay, that
I
sounds
think that's
cool.
on Tubi, I think.
We might have to check that one out too.
It's similar to Hell House.
Nice. So they do a few cool things like with foreshadowing because when they you see the YouTube video like right away at the beginning there's something that moves and it looks like it's just a crappy animatronic and they're like oh it moved but then like when they're setting up the Hell House the guy says oh they didn't have any money for animatronics so none of our none of our scares are moving in here but we'll just have to make the best of it so it's like well wait a minute if nothing is moving what how the hell was that one thing moving in the video and then like they're talking about how they can't have any cameras in the basement because there's too much interference or whatever, but they wanted to have like a hot woman down there like chained up like the prisoner in the torture dungeon. And they're
That
like,
was like
"Well,
at the end of the movie. Or
yeah,
yeah, towards the end of the movie.
yeah, they said that they needed to keep an eye on her, so they're like, "Oh, well, dress a big guy up in a clown costume, and then he'll be down there, and he could be kind of like a bouncer, keep an eye if anyone causes any trouble." So then it's like, "Oh, wait!" In that first YouTube video, you saw the big clown go running 100 miles an hour out the door. So it's like you're kind of like your brain starts putting those little clues piece to piece
Yeah.
together, like some crazy shit happened here, and so it's kind of cool how it does like that, and
There's a lot of crazy shit happen in this movie though.
right? Like, what kind of stuff sticks out in your mind?
I want to say like they really did a really good job on animatronics for one,
Yep.
but they more so the clowns, like they
Hmm.
look scary and they do look animatronic, but they don't. And they just
Hmm.
randomly they just like stare, and all of a sudden they just go woof. Like,
Yeah.
whoa, okay. Like it
Hmm.
just brings me back to like haunted houses. I love it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like so there's like they have several sort of mannequin dummies that are dressed up like with as clowns, and they make a point of like saying their heads don't move though. It's too bad that their heads don't move because we have to have them all looking in the same direction. And then they're like, "Oh, these clown masks are so creepy. Maybe we shouldn't waste them on mannequins." And then they're like, "Yeah, whatever." But then throughout the movie, like the one guy hears a noise in the night and then he goes down and there's like the clown mannequin standing like look facing sideways and he's like yeah that's really funny guys and he turns away and he turns back and the clown's head is twisted like towards him and it's like a jump scare like holy shit
Yes.
and then it's like well they just said the clown's heads don't move how the fuck did it move so then he thinks it's like one of the guys dressed up. So he's like, which one of you did that? And they're like, we didn't do anything. Well, what the fuck are you talking about? And then they go down and then it's like, it's just a mannequin. And they pound on it and it's like, dunk, dunk, dunk,
Yeah,
dunk,
and it
dunk.
doesn't move.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure there's times where it's actually a guy and an actor in a costume, and sometimes when it's a mannequin and some, but they do a really good job of swapping it in and out between the
Yes.
scenes so that it seems really creepy, like it's a mannequin that comes to life.
Hmm. They did a really good job filming this though.
Another, and it really does capture that feel of going through like a haunted house at Halloween time, like where you, like, not like a haunted house, like, oh, this house is supposedly haunted, but like where people dress up in costumes and put it on, and there's like flat strobe lights and bullcrap, like that kind of
Yep.
haunted house. Like it feels like that, like big time, because they even like go through it kind of, and you get to see like the laser lights and the strobe. There's one
Yep.
part where he's like filming in the basement and it's the strobe and you can see like the silhouettes of like the two like
Oh
plowing
yeah,
things, and it's like blink, 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 and all of a sudden there's like a
yeah.
third one for like just a second, and then it's gone, and then it's like back, and then it's gone, and then it's like wait, it's kind of almost like your eyes are playing tricks on you. And he's like,
I
wait,
can
how many mannequins are down here?
I can so see Matt getting so high, and he'd be like going down like, whoa, whoa, like this is so trippy as
Yeah,
fuck. And like,
yeah, exactly.
with the lights, not the mannequins, the lights.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. But so it basically you kind of got it. They don't ever really come right out and explain anything, but it seemed they do say that like the original owner of the hotel was like some Satanist or something, and then like there's one part where one of the actors makes a comment like, "Oh, all those pentagrams and stuff in the basement, you did a good job on those." And he's like, "No, they were there in the hotel when we got here. We didn't add those. Those were already here." And they're like, "Really? Weird," you know? And so like there's a history of like bull crap with this hotel. But then it's like they almost like they chose it on purpose. And then at the end, like towards the end, the one guy's like, "This is we got to get out of here. We got to leave." And he's like, "No, you don't know the whole story." And then it like cuts and he's like sitting like he's just been told some like horrible, horrible thing. And he's like, "Well, now that I know, I guess we can't go." And he's like, "Yeah, and so knows even more than he's telling us." And they're like, "Wow, this is crazy." But they never actually explain
Mhm.
what the fuck the thing is. So it's
Yeah,
kind
but
of
it leaves it to your imagination, though. It's like,
exactly
why explain that when you can just leave it to your animation thinking process?
imagination.
Yeah, thinking process.
Yeah,
Yeah,
imagination.
imagination. There you go.
Um, so what do you think happened, Breezy?
I really think he got killed or something happened.
I think they're all dead. I think they're already dead. Like they got killed either on the way to the haunted house or at the haunted house. Maybe someone murdered them while they were there, like as they were setting them up. And
I really think they got murdered at the Hell House.
I think so too. I think while they were setting it up, they got murdered, maybe by ghosts, and now they're ghosts too, and are working for the ghosts. And
Well,
it's
there
all,
is a part two or a part two and three though.
oh, yes,
So,
part
and I
two and
have seen
three.
part two and three.
Oh, okay. So you probably know. You're like, man, it's not even like that at all. Just shut up.
It's been a while since I've seen them, but yeah.
It kind of
Okay.
reminded me a tiny bit of the very, very first season of American Horror Story, which is also called Hell House, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of similarities there. And so, well, not a lot, but some. But that's what the vibe it kind of reminded me of too, is like they're ghosts and they're trapped in the house. And it's the hotel is
Yeah.
Abaddon, which is another one of those great demon sounding names. Like we had what's his name in uh Belial in Basket Case.
Oh, Kevin.
Yeah.
I forgot his last name, but Kevin.
Yep. And Nightbreed, there's the guy, fucking demon guy. Anyway,
Yeah.
demon I don't know what I think I was lost in the strobe light room for a second there.
Yeah, I think you were like, ooh, la la.
Yeah. Oh, there is like a cool part where like towards the beginning where a guy like broke into the house after the fact and took some footage of like the abandoned place, and that so totally reminded me. I've seen all kinds of tons of YouTube videos like abandoned theme parks and like abandoned like roller coaster rides and stuff, and it just felt so completely like that. It's like awesome.
I still want to go to like abandoned like hospital, like asylum and stuff, because that would be
Yeah.
kind of cool just like to go there, hospital, house, whatever, and see like the spirits and ghosts and all that stuff.
Yep. The one thing I've learned from all my hours of YouTube viewing is that when you go to these abandoned places, you might not see a ghost, but you might see a squatter, and sometimes they're even fucking scarier than the
Yeah,
ghosts. So,
yeah, for sure.
yeah. So, but anyway, proceed with caution. Have fun though, you guys.
Yeah, yeah, definitely proceed with caution.
Yeah.
Was
And so,
there any when you watch this movie, The Hell House, was there any jump scares that made you jump?
nothing that really, really made me jump, but that one we were talking about where he where the clown is facing sideways and then he looks away and he looks back and the clown is facing him. That one, like I didn't actually jump, but I did get like that sort of second of like, whoa, like that, like that's cool, you know, huh? And then there's one where it's like you can hear the like it's a piano or an organ and you hear it
Mm.
playing and then they walk in and right before they walk in the room it goes like really fast and then it's just like the dummy sitting there and they like kind of hit it on the head like see it's just the dummy but then all of a sudden you hear the piano again like once really loud like blurred and it's like that just the loud noise of course is like gets you to like
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
yeah so
And
yeah.
another, yeah, another question is, so in real life, so you've been to how many haunted houses you've been to?
Oh my gosh, quite a few. I know.
Okay, so what's your favorite one?
um There was one in the state, like I said before, the state fair one is pretty dang good. There is was one in Niagara Falls. My family went there one summer for whatever weird reason, and they had all kinds of little tourist attractions, like the Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum, and there was just a random haunted house, and I remember just really enjoying it a lot. Had a lot of cool animatronics in it and
You
crazy
didn't get
stuff.
scared at all?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
The state fair one I used to get a little scared in.
Okay.
And next time you see Aaron, you ask him about the human shield, because that's the strategy for going through the haunted house, is you push someone in front of you.
If I
That's the
remember,
human shield.
if I remember, I'll ask him.
Yep. Oh, back in speaking of that, in Spooky World, there used to do in Shakopee, it was called Spooky World, and they would have like three or four haunted houses all on one spot. And probably the best haunted house I've ever been to in my entire life was there. And it was an old, like actual antique barn, and then it was the dirt basement under the
Ooh,
barn with dirt walls, and then they made that into a haunted house. And it was I bet you that place would have been creepy just as is in the daylight with nothing else added, but then with the
that
actual
sounds like a lot of work.
right? Yeah, exactly.
Like
But
that's insane.
yeah, but that was probably the best one I've ever been to in my entire life. Because
Okay.
because I mean obviously. How about you?
Um, let's see. I've been to Valley Scare. Like
Oh, sure.
I've been to Valley Scare, and I don't really care for it. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, I went there once just to, feel it out, what's it about, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't really care for that, so probably never again.
Yeah.
Um, I think my favorite one so far is Maldor's Haunted Acres up in
Oh yeah,
Center Rapids.
that's a really good one.
Yeah, that one's a really, really good one. And I really want to go the one off in Wyoming, Minnesota. Uh, I forgot what that's called.
Yeah, there's a city in Minnesota called Wyoming, not to be confused with the state of Wyoming.
Yeah, no, there's
Yeah.
there's a town called Wyoming, Minnesota, but
Yep. Is
I
that
forgot what.
the like the haunted
Hayride,
acres? Haunted
yeah,
hayride,
yeah,
yeah.
that one. I really
Yeah.
want to attend to that one.
Maybe we'll have to go to that this year.
Oh yeah,
We'll have to try and
that'd be
make that
so
work.
fun.
Yeah. So what would you rate Hell House LLC?
I like this one. Would I say it's scary? Not for me for the first time watching it a
Hmm.
couple years ago.
Hmm.
I want to rate it as a 7. It did give me the haunted feel vibes, but it could have been a little bit more scary.
Hmm.
That's my honest opinion. What about you?
Excuse me. Jeez. I agree with you 100%. I was going to rate it a 7 too. And I think exactly kind of the same thing. Like I didn't think it was that scary, but there's definitely like a creepiness to it and like a vibe, like a feeling. And they do a really good job of capturing that sort of YouTube feel and that sort of found footage feel. It gets kind of bogged down in the middle. There
Yeah.
was a part that, like the beginning like gets you really invested in it right away. And then they like start going into the characters and setting up the Hell House, and it kind of slows down. It's like fuck, something happened, but then it gets better again. So I say 7 for sure.
Okay.
All right, and there you have it. Anything else you want to say about Hell House LLC before we wrap up?
No, that's pretty much it,
Yep.
really.
Did you ever see? Do you ever watch the show What We Do in the Shadows with the vampires?
I've heard of it a lot, especially at
Yeah. Oh
CryptoCon,
yeah, they
but
have a
no,
whole party room for that.
yeah, there's a whole party room for that.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, there's
no,
one
I
where,
really haven't.
Property Brothers, like HGTV Property Brothers.
No.
Oh, never mind. It's
No.
they like fix up houses and stuff. And I was gonna say like there's a What We Do in the Shadows where they like try to fix up the vampire's house. And I thought it'd be cool to do like a Hell House like Property Brothers where they go find like a haunted hospital sanitarium. They're like, we're gonna spruce it up and put on a fresh coat of paint. And then like at some point they
Yeah,
get
that'd
like
be
possessed
awesome.
and murdered horribly and there's carnage and gore.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll get Aaron on the phone. We'll make that movie.
Yeah, and then me sitting here, I go scare the crap out of them.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so there you have it. If you have any requests, please feel free to comment, share. You can reach out to us on our IG or on our, different platforms. Comment in the YouTube comment section or the section of your choice, and tune in next time.
Next time.
See ya.